Hello there, your number one sports show on radio, Sports Cruise, from 6 to 7 p.m. every weekday, only on 98.3 Mainland FM. Sports Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. Celebration.
Sport Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
We all say when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag.
It is the glamour club from the United States, Inter Miami, taking on one of the Portuguese giants, twice European champions, FC Porto. From Atlanta, it is match day 2 in Group A. Back at the edge of the penalty area.
Final decision is penalty kick.
Penalty for Porto. It will be Samu. Samu got it by Ustari. And the Spanish starlet has opened the scoring for Porto. Lionel Messi slips through. Luis Suarez. Ramos dives on top of the rebound. Sent towards Samu, drops it off. Mora spins. It's Mora, saved off the line. Hits off the post. Ustari able to whisk it away from the line. Overlap by Ende. Wagan in front, last home. Inter Miami on level terms. It is Segovia. It was a calm build-up for Miami, and Segovia leaps in off the backside. It is Messi. Lights! He's done it again! Perfection. His 50th goal for Inter Miami is a spectacle. And it's full time! It is a glorious win for Inter Miami!
The best team in Europe against the champions of South America, Paris Saint-Germain and Botafogo, with unblemished records so far at this FIFA Club World Cup. Mathieu's touch was loose. But his tenacity wasn't. Igor Jesus, lovely touch. Igor Jesus, for the first time, Jesus had the curiosity to carry the ball forward, had the self-belief, and Botafogo right now are leaping for the stars. The PSG captain again, now Doué. And that is a free kick, and Freitas has been completely fooled by the speed of Doué's feet there. Vitinha free kick, John saved it. It was point blank as well. Just a reaction more than anything else to stop that. He is fortunate that it is one of those in white that comes away with it. Cʀᴜɪsᴜ just put that up the pitch just to...
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Alright guys, there for the very first time in 13 years, we had the South American club defeat the European champions, just as we saw Botafogo see off PSG 1-0 in that game yesterday. We also had Inter Miami up against I mean, something actually is very, very surprising happened. They're talking about the very, very first time as well that a club from the America will be seen off a European side. Inter Miami up against Porto, ending 2-1 in favor of Inter Miami. I beg your pardon. Of course, you know what happened. Lionel Messi scoring a brilliant free kick. Apart from that as well, in the areas of today, we also had the manager of the Super Falcons of Nigeria talking about Justin Madugu releasing a 24-woman side ahead of the 2024 WAFCON. Rashida Ajibade has been invited. Oshola has also been invited. Francisca Odega, in fact, has been invited. We'll talk about all of that on the show as well today. And in tennis as well, Jack Draper is now into his first ATP Queens semi-finals. We'll also talk about that. And in the areas of this morning, we had Indiana Pacers also defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder in order to force the NBA Game 7 decider. And yesterday as well, Real Madrid forward Kylian Mbappé was also released from hospital. Welcome to the Friday's edition of Sports Cruise live from the 98.3 FM at the sound of Lagos. My name is Adetoma Banjolo, otherwise known as Agbatom. And of course, you know, as well, every Mondays, from Mondays down to Fridays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on that particular. But today's edition is going to be a little bit different because Okoyemi is not in the studio, but we have 4 huge men in the studio, live here in the studio. I have by my right Taiwo. I have immediately to stay chill, doesn't want to say anything, but of course he has the money. Welcome guys to the show. Of course, we are actually streaming on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Just go on there and search for us at Mainland 98.3 FM. You see us there. Go on there, drop a comment, subscribe as well on our social media. You can even listen to us via our website www.mainlandfm.com. You get to listen to us, or even Radio Garden as well. Just search for us on Radio Garden, and you'd also find us there. Dotun, Joseph, Taiwo, you're welcome to the show. How has the day gone so far for you guys?
Good evening, Agwatomi. Good evening, Lagos. It's good to be here once again. And good one for Inter Miami yesterday, and also for Lionel Messi scoring his 68th
free kick, and his 50th goal even for Inter Miami yesterday.
It's a good one for him, and we all know who the real goat is now.
Oh no, come on! Don't let us be that conversation. You also have Joseph as well in the studio. Both of them are good friends on the show. They've been here, I think, about a couple of times as well. And Joseph is also back here on the show. Joseph, you're welcome to the show once again.
Yeah, good evening. When I saying that,
obviously, it's actually drizzling outside.
It's actually nice to be here. I mean, talking about Lionel Messi, I mean, he's the all-time FIFA competition goal scorer.
Oh wow!
Currently, so yeah.
We'll also talk about all of that. We also have Taiwo as well in the studio. Taiwo is the basketball man, and don't worry, we'll also talk about basketball. Taiwo, you're welcome to the show as well.
Yeah, we're only going to be talking about the NBA.
Yeah, that's just what you're waiting for. That was waiting for. He's waiting for us to talk about the NBA. But of course,
it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Let's also leave it off that very quickly. On the show as well this evening, we'll be talking about a lot of things, transfer stories. We hear now that Super Eagles defender Sᴘᴏ Ajayi has now joined All City. We'll also talk about all of that. Milos Kerkesh, the Bournemouth left back, is now set to be on his way to Liverpool after Bournemouth as well as Liverpool have now agreed a deal in the region of £40 million, for him to switch sides. And yeah, some form of good news as well for Arsenal fans. Arsenal has now signed a new player, but this player is not a new player. The player is an old player in person of Miles Lewis Kelly. He has now signed a new contract with Arsenal. New signing as senior signing. A player signing a new contract is also a new signing. Let's get to also go on a quick musical break. I beg your pardon, not musical break, but let's go to pay some bills. When we come back, we'll also talk about a lot of things. We get to pick your calls, get to pick your predictions as well. Chelsea will be playing against Flamengo as well later this evening by 6 p.m. Most of our conversation will be centered around at the Far Club World Cup, but that's going to be until we come back from this break. Don't go anywhere. This is still Sports Cruise live from 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Yes, who is there?
Grandpa, it's me.
Oh, my child, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Grandpa, can I have milk or sweet?
I have only one here, and I'll take it after my meal. Check with your dad.
Grandpa, give me.
What's the problem?
Grandpa refused to give me milk Mylco Sweet. Daddy, can I have money to buy Mylco Sweet, please?
That's Grandpa's usual habit of hiding one in his pocket and showing you another one.
Okay, now, my child, here is Mylco's. Have it.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Grandpa.
This is the same way I used to play with your father in those days.
I love you, Mylco's.
Mylco Sweet, proudly Nigerian.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? Eh? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be you. Thank you Oga Luther, I don't dey kampe.
Luther, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luther. Malaria's in big trouble.
Dance bind us together. Na Naija way every day they show you say better fit happen. As you dey hustle, they push and they try to make life better, you suppose waka with strong mind. But make we yarn as e be, confidence pass hope. It means say no matter your waka, no matter who you be, you get who dey your back. Them go stand for your matter, hold ground, make you no fall. Sanlam Alliance sabi say confidence no be for only people we get levels. It belong to everybody where they try. Now why we join hand? Two strong bodies don't turn one heartbeat to give you the main protection wey go follow you for this life journey. Whether na for business, family, or for your daily bread, we dey your side. As we don jam, we go fit protect you pass before. They do more together and they carry each other, they go front. Sanlam plus Alliance don't be one name. Sanlam Alliance. Make una waka your life with confidence.
Did you know you can post your job vacancies on JobberMan for free?
Free? Really?
Yes! Through the Young Nigeria Works initiative, in partnership with JobberMan and the MasterCard Foundation, you can list jobs at zero cost.
And reach over 3 million job seekers?
Absolutely! Plus, you get smart tools to manage applicants and boost your brand.
Visit www.jobberman.com/employer/free-listing to post jobs for free today.
Hire right with JobberMan.
Attention all aspiring students, Eko City Polytechnic is now welcoming applications for the 2025-2026 academic year. Discover your potential and unlock your future at the Eko City Polytechnic, where we offer a wide array of courses including mass communication, computer science, accountancy, business administration, science laboratory technology, electrical and electronics engineering, performing and media arts, banking operations, and many more. Equipped with state-of-the-art facilities such as broadcasting studio, photography studio, radio booth, digitally equipped classrooms, hostels, sport arena, well-equipped physics and e-library, well-equipped laboratory, well-equipped workshop, workstation, and lots more. Eko City is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education, approved by Federal Ministry of Education, and enlisted by Joint Admission Matriculation Board (JAMB). An award of National Diploma is offered after 2 years, allowing you to proceed for HND or direct entry into the university to get a BSc. Eko City Polytechnic is dedicated to personal and professional growth.
For inquiries on admission, please call the following numbers: 0916-254-0610 or 070-3995-5493 or 0803-647-8714.
You can also visit the school's admission office at Plot 100 Alhaji Onilewura Street behind Synagogue Church, College Bus Stop, Ikotu, Lagos, or visit the website at www.ecocity.edu.ng. Eko City Polytechnic, the home of innovative programs. Join us and be part of excellence.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Hello there, your number one sports show on radio, Sports Cruise, from 6 to 7 p.m. every weekday, only on 98.3 Mainland FM. Sports Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me
Music make me feel happy, Jordan. Now I understand what they say, I ain't bother. Got the money all out me, Music make me feel happy, Jordan. Now I understand what they say, I ain't bother. Got the money all out me, anybody listening, only on top of my head and my feet. Congrats, I jack, don't go, content, I'm so what's the jack, it's a map.
All right, Lagos, welcome back to Sports Cruise Live from 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Yes, it's the last edition for the week, and as our tradition here, every Friday is also help you have a wonderful weekly. Just like we said, Justin Madugu, the head coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, has now released a 24-woman squad, for the AFCON that is set to commence on the 6th of July. In fact, they will be arriving in Morocco on the 25th of June. It's going to be, next week, Wednesday. But let's also leave that, and now I'll give you the entire team list or squad for the goalkeepers. Chiamaka Nnadozie has also been invited as well into the side, as well as Rachel Unachuku, playing for Pachuca right there in Mexico. Shukratu Ladipo as well, playing for AS Roma right there in Italy. Mikel Alozie as well, playing for Austin Dash as well in the United States. We also have Ashley Plumter as well, playing for Etihad Ladies FC in Saudi Arabia. Sikiratu Issa also, playing for Nazareth Amazons. Oluwatosin Demenya as well, playing at for Galatasaray women right there in Turkey, and Miracle Sani, playing for Edo Queens as well, right there. For the midfielders, we also have other players as well. Rashida Ajibade also just finishing a contract with Atletico Madrid Femenina as well, right there in Spain. So that means our future is also still in the air. We'll also get to talk about that. Don't worry if there's time. Alimatu Anyide has also been invited. She plays for FC Rosenborg right there in Sweden. Deborah Abiodun has also been invited as well. Don't forget that she also moved to the United States, I think, over a year ago, and she plays for Dallas Tristy Uchebe right there in Benfica right there in Portugal. For the forwards, we also have Francisca Odega being re-invited into the side as well. She plays for Etihad Ladies, a club right there in Saudi Arabia. Tipele as well in France. Esther Okoronkwo for Toronto right there in Canada. Omorison Babajide for Coasta del Tenerife right there in Spain. For Lashade Jamilu Swala being invited into this side. And the bone of contention obviously is the fact that this is, if the Falcons of Nigeria rather get to win this AFCON right then, it's going to be the 10th record, as it stands. 12, it's currently 9. But what exactly are your or what chances do you give the Super Falcons in order or in bringing home the award? Because it just looks at the last WAFCON, it wasn't really one we're expecting. Obviously, they played well, but being disqualified as well from the last WAFCON, I beg your pardon. Do you see the Super Falcons going all the way down to winning the WAFCON 2024 Morocco?
Yeah, I believe they can actually win, because if you look at the experiences so far, we have won 9, and I'm sure in Morocco to 2025 we are also going to repeat the same again. And I'm sure it's not going to be something difficult for us. But what I just feel we can actually do is just to focus, and we should not take teams for granted, and we should not underestimate clubs.
Underestimate other nations.
That is the mistakes majority of these coaches do. we are the one winning it. We have won it 1, 2, 3 to 9 times.
Yeah.
And winning this now is going to be our 10th title.
Mm.
It's a good one for us. And I'm also excited too that the team have also arrived in camp on time.
Yeah. They'll be eating Morocco as well next week, only 25th.
Ahead of our crucial
friendlies
on a Monday,
yeah,
which is June 23rd.
Exactly.
And we'll also be meeting our arch rival, which is Ghana. So it's a good one for them. I'm really optimistic.
Just let me come to you, in order for you to share your thoughts. Now, you take a look at the past couple of months for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've been playing friendlies across board. Most recently, the friendlies against Cameroon. Yeah, against Cameroon. It was meant to be a double-header friendly. The first one was cancelled due to the fact that the Cameroonians came late. It was even meant to be played at Kenneth Stadium. That's the home stadium of Remo Stars. So the game had to be. Asisat Oshoala has not been invited to the Super Falcons, and it's just obviously friendly games are meant to give the coach an idea of what to expect at a major tournament. And now, just ahead of a major tournament, Asisat Oshoala has been invited. Do you think she merits that status, or you think she's been invited because of her star status?
When you look at our start within the AFCON tournament, you see that we've not been able to pull through what we need to do. Our team has been struggling technically in terms of during the last AFCON against South Africa. You notice that our flow of game was very, very at a minimal level. So we need that experience going forward. Yes, we need to train up those. I like the fact that they gave opportunity to some of our
some of the local league players, exactly.
Nasarawa, Amazons, and Edo Queens. So, but we need that experience, from the likes of Oshoala and even our captain
Rashida Ajibade. Now, let me stay with you. You take a look at this squad, and there are about these players play in Europe or maybe in the America. Yeah, exactly. Most of these players. Now, what more do the players that play or they apply that training in Nigeria women's football need to do in order to get invited for this tournament? Because ladies that performed well, MMSN of Edo Queens, she's not even in the side. So, what exactly do these girls need or these ladies need to do in order to, be invited?
If some players complained the other time, even our local players, that if you don't have some connections,
oh my God,
there's no way you'll be giving.
No, I don't even think we should even be doing that at this point in time with the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
And it's like our major stronghold. Like when it comes to Africa, the Super Falcons are like the
that's our forte.
So it's something that we should not even try to lose to anybody on any given circumstances. So, but we've struggled over time past now, a couple of years now. But I believe that the NFF, they have a lot to do going forward.
Anyways, just like you heard from Joseph, he says the NFF obviously has a lot to do, which I actually think and I agree with, to be honest. But let's also, support the Super Falcons of Nigeria. On the 6th of July, the WAFCON 2024 will be commencing as well in Morocco. And by next week, Wednesday, that's the 25th of June, the ladies would also be eating camp. Let's also leave all of that very, very quickly and talk about more stories. I moved to that was after defeating his opponent, talking about American Brandon Nakashima. Jack Draper fulfilled a childhood dream by reaching his first, Queen semi-finals with a testing 3-set victory over, the American. The 6-4, 5-7, 6-4 win also guarantees Jack Draper will be a top 4 seed in next week's Wimbledon draw and will therefore not be able to meet world number 1 Yannick Sinner, defending champions Carlos Alcaraz, onto the semi-final stage. For Jack Draper, he came through, a tough 3-setter again against Alexia Popyrin in the previous round when he was feeling unwell, and now for that record and talk about other stories as well in tennis. For the Queens semi-finals, of course, top seed Carlos Alcaraz defeated Otorid. Fixtures to also look for us in the areas of today. We are Jerry Leheka seeing off Jacob Fenley at 7-5, 6-2, and yes, just like we said, Carlos Alcaraz saw off Frenchman Otorid catch as well, 7-5, 6-4 in both sets, to book his place in the semi-finals of the Queens of the ATP Queens tournament. And in other games as well, yes, I'm trying much as possible to get that. We had Alex Mikkelsen being beaten by Dan Dani Medvedev 6-4, 6-3, and that was also in the Ali Open as well. And Alexander Zverev also saw Italian Flavio Cobolli 6-4, 7-6 in both sets to book his place in the semi-finals of the Ali Open. And then the game we are all looking forward to, talking about Aryna Sabalenka up against Elena Rybakina, did not fail to disappoint. But then unfortunately, Aryna Sabalenka won that particular one 7-6, 6-3, 7-6 as well to also book a place in the next stage of the competition. But let's also take a look at against Jack Draper by 1 p.m. Tomorrow. For Carlos Alcaraz, we are still waiting for who is going to be playing. You're waiting for his opponent, but then let's all see how all of that would also unfold. For the men's double semi-finals of the ATP Queens Club Championship, you also have Julian Cash up against Lloyd Glasgow, British Joe, and then they'll be facing Henry Patton as well as Ari Eliovara as well, and that's going to be decided tomorrow by 4 p.m.
Hello there, your number one sports show on radio, Sports Cruise, from 6 to 7 p.m. every weekday, only on 98.3 Mainland FM. Sports Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me up.
7 turnovers to 1, and it's the Pacers, the team with 1. McConnell saw Wallace turn his head and knocks down another jumper. TJ tenacity here in the first half. He's already got 8 points.
Not aware, but ultimately he was ready. And then TJ McConnell, you see, he's not having.
McConnell in the front court. Halliburton, step back, three-pointer. It's good. His second three-pointer of the game. And the lead back up to 6.
A little hello, and then Tyrese Halliburton. He has struggled, especially on the left side of the floor.
McConnell, once again, across the lane, pull-up jump shot, does not get the roll. Bradley, rebound, back up and in. TJ play comes topping the other way. You rarely see that from Holmgren. Neesmith a 3, puts it in.
And then on the other end, Neesmith, if you're just too late, there's just no chance.
Hartenstein the rebound, puts it on the floor, knocked out of his hands by Siakam. And Isaiah Joe gets it. Halliburton the steal. Here comes Halliburton. Siakam. Neesmith. Corner 3.
Sport Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
We all say when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. Hush not, child, and don't cry.
All right, guys, welcome back to Sports Cruise live from 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. In the areas of this NBA finals will be decided rather, by winner takes all game 7 for the very first time in over 9 years. I know after the Indiana Pacers saw off the Oklahoma City Thunder 108 off the bench, stopped the Thunders from claiming championships as well, right then in Indianapolis. And we had star player Tyrese Haliburton, who struggled in game 5 because of a calf injury, passing in late 2 minutes of play. And now the victory means that the NBA Finals will go to Game 7 for the very, very first time since the year 2016, when the Cleveland Cavaliers won their first championship with a 4-3 series win against the Golden State Warriors as well in Oklahoma City. And the only previous NBA title came as previous incarnation, and that was, with the Seattle Supersonics back in 1979. And some form of history as well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's the newly crowned most valuable player of the NBA, top scored for the Thunders with 21 points. Let's also bring inside as well the basketball guy as well in the studio. Very, very quickly as well. Did you see that you predicted that yesterday on the show?
Yeah, I predicted that the Pelicans would win because they will not want to give up. They will not want to be like, this is game 6.
Yeah.
we have to push this into game
into
7.
games. If we can win game 6.
If we can win game 6. If we can push it to game 6, we can push it to game 7 and win the NBA finals. So this is the game 7 is going to be beautiful. It's going to be something you are expecting. War. It's not like remember 2016.
Yeah. That was the last time the NBA final went into the game 7.
Remember in the NBA
the NBA final, yeah.
Let's see if Tyson can do the same thing in this game 7.
Now, very, very quickly as well. In game 5 of the NBA finals, obviously there was the abs injury, but game 6 he could not. No, yeah, that was game 5. In game 4 he struggled. Game 5 he didn't play at all because of injury, and now game 6 he played. Obviously, he is the star man for them. Do you think as well that it could have been a different case entirely if Tyrese Haliburton had played in any of the games so far?
Yeah, it would be a beautiful case entirely because he's a player that won't give up. He's a player that came from a pretty good family, a pretty poor background. Like, he's a good player and he's really a player that wants to push it to the top level.
So, your prediction very quickly ahead of game 7? Taiwo, don't jinx this. Because yesterday, you said the game was going to go into game 7 and it happened. I think in game 3 as well, I think you said the Thunders were going to win, and it also happened as well. Now, this is your prediction. I don't want you to jinx.
So let's see the Pelicans.
What they can do. All right, guys, you've heard from him. You've heard from him, of course. 0936000 0936000 to join the conversation. You can also send your what's it called now? Your thoughts as well to us via WhatsApp or even as a text football.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch, and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. That's the official theme song of the FIFA 2025 Club World Cup holding right there as well in the United States of America. Let's also quickly talk about all of that real quick, just like we said as well. In the early hours of this morning, Botafogo, the South American champions, defeated European champions for the very, very first time. And then yesterday, that obviously was something a lot of people didn't expect. But you really can't take out anything from Lionel Messi. What a beautiful, beautiful free kick that was from Lionel Messi. Did you see that coming? Inter Miami beating Porto yesterday.
Never saw it. It was a big shocker. And then Messi coming into the field of play, that free kick, it just
changed everything.
It changed the dynamics.
A lot of people felt, even though obviously things don't work that way, because Al Ahly came with an intention. They wanted to spoil the party for Inter Miami.
If you look at...
But I'm going sorry. So sorry to cut you short. Against Porto as well, I mean, he played well. Nobody can take that away from him. But a single question. Do you think Lionel or FIFA Club World Cup?
If you look at one of interview today where you mentioned that, you know, at least off the pitch, they are not that close for you see at 37, I believe, still has that technical ability to deliver at
he might not offer the pace, but his technical IQ is also there.
Someone that will be clocked 38 on Tuesday.
I don't think Messi is that dedicated to going to the gym like Cristiano Ronaldo does.
That's like Lionel Messi, a legend like Lionel Messi in your team. You know that anything can happen at any time, and that's why he's called. That's why he's also called a legend because of the numerous goals, scoring 68 free kicks, and even for Inter Miami also scoring 50 goals.
50 goals, exactly.
Superstar.
All right, guys. Yesterday, we also had other games that were being decided in the FIFA Club World Cup. In Group A, we had Palmeiras, Sᴘᴏ African side, Al-Ahly, 2-0. Just like we also mentioned, Inter Miami defeated FC Porto 2-1, all thanks to a free kick from Lionel Messi. In dropping at the hands of PSG on the first game.
That was actually shocking. It was actually shocking.
No, it was not shocking.
Because
PSG Atletico Madrid?
I didn't expect that margin to be that much.
Yeah, obviously. Because of the way Atletico Madrid play.
I would just say maybe Atletico went to sleep. We all know their pattern.
And they even got the red card.
Playing defensive
football.
What people call boring.
Oh my god.
It was about that for them to be able to qualify.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that again when we leave all of that. But then yesterday, Juventus also saw off the tournament so far. Botafogo seeing off PSG 1-0, all thanks to a goal. The first half goal from Yᴏᴜᴜ. Did you see that coming?
I didn't actually see that coming. It was actually very, very shocking.
So it was just a case of...
It was shocking and disappointing.
It was a case of South American champions up against European champions.
And even those South American champions, like they are actually unbeaten. A fluke. So they are going to bounce back.
Okay, let's also leave that very, very quickly as well. In Group C, we have a game as it stands. Benfica up against Auckland City FC. Don't forget Auckland City FC, were beaten. In fact, no, that was not even the definition of being beaten. They were demolished. They were annihilated by Bayern Munich as well. 10-0 in that particular one. In Group D as well, later today, it's going to be Los Angeles FC up against Esperance. But very quickly, you want to take the lineup as well for Chelsea up against Flamengo very quickly.
Yes, for Chelsea, we have Sanchez in goal, James, Chalobah, Colwill, Cucurella, they are in the defense. We have Caicedo, Enzo, Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, Gusto, Neto, and Delap making his debut for Chelsea.
Lam Delap is not that striker that Chelsea need at this point in time. But people still forget, that he scored 12 Premier League goals last season for Ipswich.
If you know, actually, Manchester United were actually going for that guy.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that we didn't make Europe, so those kind of players, they always want to go to clubs that make Europe.
A player that offers physicality in Nicolas Jackson as a top 9 for striker, who will you be choosing?
It's actually difficult. I would have said Jackson, but Jackson actually misses a lot of chances. And that's the same thing that most Chelsea fans have been crying about. That how will you have 10 chances and you just convert like 2 or 1? But look at Delap. Delap is someone that is very physical. He takes his chances too. But I just hope at the end of the day, we won't just be like Jackson.
Well, let's also...
we all know how Chelsea fans usually react. If you are not, they will begin to call you out.
Yeah, they will begin to call you out, exactly. Let's really take you off your interactions as well very quickly. 0936000 phones, 0936000 phones. You can also send text messages or via WhatsApp as well. Via WhatsApp, 0936000 430 0936000 430. Yes, let's get to read this message. This person says, "Hi guys, this is Jacob Cӯɪᴜ. Watch out on how my darling Chelsea will be the first team to beat any side from South America in this Club World Cup tonight." Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's 1-0. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Hello, Abatemi. Good evening.
Uche Alpha, you're welcome.
I do. Good evening, guys. Abatemi.
Alpha.
What of
Oᴑ? He went MIA.
I've got hamstring injury.
He has an hamstring injury.
And for Chelsea, I think those people beat Chelsea today. They will beat defeated Chelsea 2-0.
2-0. Uche. Now Bele you can't do for you, Uche. No lie. Okay, let's see if we can pick some other calls as well before we move on to the next agenda. 0936000 phones, 0936000 410. Good evening, welcome to the show very quickly.
Sorry, apologies.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, very well.
So, I think I got in along the show in the middle of the road. I was in the road. So whatever guy said, Dela didn't go to United because of I think for what Manchester United are trying to do, they are not trying to make the kind of mistake they made for Ocean. You understand? So I think they are being careful. They need to offset some players, to balance the books. So I wish Chelsea the best of luck this season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can also get to pick some calls first. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from? Your life on Sports Cruise from 98.3 FM.
Yeah, this is very drama.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I would like to know what the Sunderland do. I would like to know the process of Sunderland.
What is the what?
Sunderland from Qatar.
I didn't get that.
Could you please come
As a
again?
Sunderland of South Africa.
Sunderland of South Africa. Oh, you mean Mamelodi Sundowns? Don't worry. They'll be playing tomorrow. Yeah, they'll be playing tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's get to pick up. Let's get to pick some calls. Good evening. You're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Please, can I have the starting lineup of Chelsea?
Yeah, we did that, but we also do that as soon as possible. Please, can you take us through very quickly?
Chelsea starting 11: Sanchez, James, Chalobah, Cowell, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, Gusto, Neto, and Delap. That's Chelsea starting 11.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Okay, let's get to pick other calls as well. 093-6000-410, 093-6000-410. We have messages as well here on WhatsApp. This person says, good evening to you, Agbatome. I would obviously pick Nicholas Jackson over Alarm Delap. Thank you so much. We also appreciate that. Let's get to a level of that and talk about transfer stories. We can now confirm to you that Leopards now agreed a deal in the region of £40 million to sign Milos Kekes from Bournemouth. The 21-year signed their replacement. Talking about Adrian Truffert, from Rennes as his replacement. 093-6000-410. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
Kieran, how far?
I'm fine.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. For today again, we are winning 3-0.
Who be the we? Who be the we?
Make mouth.
Yes,
So let me tell you something, Kieran. This afternoon I was speaking with Victor Achibong, and Victor Achibong gave me a stat. He said every club that starts with go, that ends with go, like Botafogo. Botafogo defeated PSG. Now you have Flamengo. Before we leave this topic, 093-6000-410, 093-6000-410. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show very quickly. Hello? Oh, we missed that one. Please call us back. 093-6000-410, 093-6000-410. Okay, guys, some form of transfer story. Just like we said, Arsenal has now confirmed their first summer transfer signing of the season after their player, talking about Miles Lewis Kelly, has now decided to agree a new contract with Arsenal. And just like I said, it's a new signing for Arsenal, because when when a player gets to sign a new contract, it extends the player's deal. This is not from a place of banter. People should not come for me, actually.
It's actually a good one for Arsenal, because Lewis Kelly has been phenomenal last season, so I feel it's a good one for him, and for his young. He's still a young guy.
Before we also talk about all of that, yes, the PFA Players Player of the Year known for the Professional Footballers Association Players Player of the Year. Premier League champions have two players among the nominees, with Argentinian defender Alexis and provided 18 assists last season, is aiming to win the award for a record-breaking third time. We also have Newcastle United forward Alexander Isak being nominated after helping the Magpies qualify for the Champions League championship for next season. So I think obviously, everybody, if not for Bruno, if not for Baba, if not for Bruno, if not, it's not even debatable.
I agree.
If not for Bruno,
matches too that Bruno's
which match?
There are some matches.
Which match? Now I'll tell you. If Bruno was part, was the backbone.
We all know that.
Who gave the assist? How many games Ahmad even play?
We all know that.
How many games Ahmad Diallo played last season for Man U? I know.
If not because of the injury Ahmad has.
Which injury?
There are some matches Bruno ought to turn up.
Which injury? We also have Cole Palmer as well as Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice completing the list of the nominees, and the winner of the award will be announced on the 19th of August at the ceremony as well in Manchester. If Mo Salah gets to win, it's going to be the record third time he will win the award.
So we should just give
you think he deserves it?
Yes. You don't judge that by anything.
Oh really?
You just say
with the goals.
So Joseph, who deserves it more?
No, you look at it. You don't just give it on a platter of gold.
Wow.
He worked for it now. So.
Scoring 29 goals? You are giving a platter of gold?
Every player on that list have actually done their best, and they have given their best
to
each of their clubs.
Okay.
So it's not just to say I mean, the award will be decided by professionals. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely.
The award will be decided.
Got to some stage towards the ending of
Yeah,
the
it was.
season.
It was instead of cold Copama, it was hot Copama.
Even Isak too did well for Newcastle.
For Newcastle, helping them to the Champions League.
Because I had him in my FPL. I'll be at times like, guy, why are you doing this for me? Because it was actually my captain. They will be like,
let's get to hear the thoughts of the listeners as well. Now 36,410, and yes, I think we have messages to read on Facebook. We get to read all of that, but let's get to pick some calls first. Welcome to the show. Good evening to you. Bye-bye. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Morgan. Come from Bagada.
You're welcome. Very quickly.
Please, what was Bruno doing on that PFA?
He deserves it now. To be honest, he deserves it. No, come on, he deserves it. If not for Bruno for Man United, now championship they go to play next season.
He should be on Man United best player list, not on PFA best player list. That is
The Premier League for last season. You're right. You're correct.
So I feel Bremo should have taken the position of Fernando.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, let's also see if we can pick one or two more calls. But before we do that, let's read some messages. So this person says, my name is Silas. I predict Chelsea to win. 2 goals to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. But it just looks like the competition is already decided, in my own opinion, for Mo Salah to win the Premier League PFA, because he already won the Premier League Player of the Season. Yes. Already, he won the Golden Boot.
We should even analyze all the players put up there. They actually did their best.
Obviously.
For me, if you want me to single, and then
maybe Declan Rice should not have been included.
No, we all know that Declan Rice did well for Arsenal too. He scored some couple of goals. A couple of goals. Especially that free kick against.
Unpopular opinion, Brian Mbeumo performed for Brentford better than Declan Rice for Arsenal last season.
Well, Mbeumo did well, but at some point, he was actually losing it at some point. And Declan Rice, when Arsenal did the Champions
League. This is the PFA Players Player of the Year, and it is decided based on the performance in the league. Not even the league, across the domestic competition. That's the Carabao Cup, that's the FA Cup. Let's get.
I want to play this for Chelsea match.
Go on, Baba, go on.
Chelsea is going to win by 2-1.
2-1. Expectations as well as predictions.
Well, experience-wise,
Flamengo have appeared in 4 out of the last 6 FIFA Club World Cup. So this is their territory.
Yes, they are not a walkover. In this competition. So and they are, if you look at their attacking formation, it's very, very aggressive.
Very, very aggressive, exactly.
Very aggressive. So and then looking at Chelsea, I mean, we know how Chelsea.
Even from their starting lineup, you expect Chelsea to just run trash Flamengo.
Okay, let's see.
Even Flamengo's coach has said that it's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah, but Enzo Maresca talked about, or should I say, he hinted about the fact that he could perhaps be rotating his side as well this evening. I mean. Let's just see how that
rotation.
Because we can see with the likes of Caicedo being
they are actually fond of playing mind games, trying to deceive the.
Okay, let's see if we can pick one more last call before we call it day as well in the studio. Good evening, welcome to the show. Please help us turn down the volume of the radio, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think you have to call us back, please. 0936000, 093600410. We also have a message on WhatsApp. Before we leave, this person says, "Good evening, Chelsea to lose 3-1. Wow, what a prediction that is! What a prediction! What a prediction that is!
You should know that person should be in Manchester United.
Oh, the person is obviously Anita. Okay, 093. Let's see if we can squeeze in one more call before we do this. So 093600410. Good evening and welcome to the show. Very quickly, you have just 20 seconds to run up your thoughts. Hello, you're welcome. Hello? Oh, I think the network is actually doing its part. Thank you so much, guys. I think this way we also round off the edition, the Friday's edition of Sports Rules. I know the starting line of Robert Sanchez starts in goal. We also have Marco Corella, Alevi Colwill, Trevor Chalobah, as well as Malo Gusto in defense. In midfield, we have Moises Caicedo, the captain of the side is James. He will be playing in midfield tonight. Just 10 seconds.
Ojo calling.
You're welcome.
I think Flamengo will win Chelsea.
They will win Chelsea, Abi.
They will fight Chelsea now. 2-0.
2-0. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's the size of the package. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a wonderful, wonderful pleasure having you guys in the studio. Dapo, Joseph. Okay, very cool. It was a prediction.
Chelsea too.
Have a wonderful weekend ahead. On behalf of the guys in the studio, goodbye.